Hello everyone and welcome to another Siege Plays Let's Play. Today we're going to be starting a game of Dawn of Man. Now this is one of my favorite city builders. It's very challenging in a lot of ways. It can be very punishing. I have really only completed Continental Dawn. I've had a lot of trouble with Northlands and Ancient Warriors, so I think for this playthrough we're just going to play a casual playthrough of Continental Dawn, and depending on what kind of reception this gets, then in the future we might actually do one of the other ones if I'm able to, get better at the game, because I have problems balancing things from time to time. You'll see why once we actually dive into it. So let's quickly take a look at the little starting locations here. I think I've started here most often. Merging streams isn't bad. Lots of fishing in that area. Lake Valley I think I did recently. Not recently, like months ago, but Twisty River. I don't think I've ever played that one before. Twisty River, River Fork, Mountain Lake. Let's do Twisty River. Why not? I don't really care about the name of the settlement, so we'll just call it Siegeville. Sure, why not? Normal game mode and settled conditions. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Here we go. I love this game. I can play this one for hours and hours and hours on end. Lose track of time on this one. I have definitely had villages go from, 200 people to none though, so it can be punishing. All right. So, let's take a quick peek around. The map in this game is fairly huge, so you have to be really careful. If you're collecting resources from somewhere like over here, your people will start to like freeze and starve and whatnot. I've had games where the population gets so large and we travel so far that my population just starts like starving and freezing constantly. So it's been really hard to balance that because I haven't been able to figure out how to avoid that. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you have to mine things that are far away. Sometimes you have to hunt things that are far away, and yet I still have not seemed to been able to figure that out. So our starting position is not my favorite. There are lots and lots of hills in this game, and that makes it kind of difficult to build a town because you need flat land for the buildings and for farms. And we don't really have a lot of that, so I might have to like migrate our town over time. But I'm looking to where would be a good place for that, and there's really just not a lot of flat land in our immediate vicinity. You want to try and stay along water, because, you need fish. Fish is a pretty abundant source of food. And you really don't want to build farms too far away from your settlement because that takes even longer for them to get back. But you also want to have walls around your settlement, and that's going to be really hard to do when we have, like, no flat land to do any of this on, so this one's, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. Over here's not too bad, actually. How far are we from where we are now? It's also kind of easy to get lost on this map, so if I hit enter, oh, it's on the other side of this mountain here. Which, not awful. There'd be some room to build on either side. There'd be some room for farming, so maybe we'll just, like, steadily migrate over there. I don't think that this area is really all that viable. Although, I don't know. I get a decent amount of buildings in over on this side. And this isn't, well, that's the problem, though. It's a nice, like, long, thin area, and that's a lot harder to defend, so this is gonna be tough. I can't really do anything right now, so we're gonna go ahead and just start. We'll probably build like a walled settlement over here, and then we'll figure out where to go from there. So the point of this game is to progress through the different ages. So you start off on the Paleolithic, you get tech points for collecting resources, hunting animals, etc. And so you need to spend, obviously 5 on the lowest tier, and then when you get up to the highest tier, it's like 20, 25 per, I think. 12, sorry. And then that one's 20. You don't start off with any walls around your settlement up until the Neolithic. The Copper Age is where it becomes insanely necessary because you're going to have bands of like 20 people who will just come in and destroy your village. So we're going to just go ahead and dive right on in here. We have 7 people. We definitely need more huts. But more important than that, we need to start collecting our resources. So, place work area. Sticks are going to be very, very important. Increase the size here. So we'll gather from... Now, you don't want to put too many areas down because that will overload your workers. So we want to find a decent area that has plenty of sticks that will keep us going for a while. Like right over here is not bad. It's a little bit far, but it's not that far. So we'll go ahead and put one there. We definitely want to have a fishing area set up right away. As a matter of fact, we'll do 2 of them because fish is an important resource. We don't need stone just yet. We will need flint, though, for tools and whatnot. I'm not going to collect from these yet because we can build mines on them later. So let's go into this mode. It's very helpful. We'll show where the flint is. Is there any nearer to us for right now? No, there's a bunch of mines, but no deposits closer by here. Oh, wait, yeah, there is. Right there. Great. As far as hunting goes, we will definitely put one hunting area right over top of our village. We'll put another one, like, over here. And we'll do another one over here. We don't want to do too many, like I said, because it'll screw us over with the workload. Let's, there's plenty of plants to gather over here, so we'll just start off with that, I think, and over here. The workload is something that I'm still very much getting the hang of in this game. So let's go ahead and put down a few structures really quick. Our workload is already at 100. We definitely need to have a skins dryer because we're going to be using that to create more houses and whatnot. So let's build 2 of those. We have a crafter already. We have a hearth already. Storage. We will need a storage tent. We're not going to put one down just yet because we have no skins to do so. And we will need more houses so we can get more people. But for now, let's just get started collecting resources. I will go ahead and add my normal interface stuff here. Where's the speed one? There it is. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do grouped resources. We will do animals. Oh, we already have that one. And we will do attachments because that's good to see too. We're going to go ahead and put it up to probably 4 speed for now. I don't generally like playing on higher speeds, but because this game is a long burn, I don't want to keep you guys sitting here watching forever. We will build a rock storage pile as well for the flint. All right, we already have some raw skins. They're going to come over here and start building. We can't chop down any trees yet. I mean, honestly, this might not be the worst place to start. It just, the more sprawled out your settlement gets, the harder it is to defend. But I mean, we could... Yeah, we could stay here, I think. We can turn all of this into, like, housing and buildings and whatnot over here, and then we can do some, like, orchards and farming over here, and we can do plenty of farming over here. So I think we'll stick with our spot for now. All right, let's get this first one built. Go, go, go. The sooner we get dried skins, the better, because we're going to need them for everything. We also need to get crafting going, so we'll do that, that, and that. We're going to need all of those for right now. Workload is already too high, but you're starting off with, like, 5 adults, so you don't really have much of a workforce. We're already drying some skins. Okay, so now we can go ahead and put down... let's go ahead and do another house. I would rather start getting more people. I'm awful at city planning, which... I love city builders, but I'm terrible at city planning here. Just get them started around this hearth. We can always redesign it later. We'll get 2 more houses going. And we'll build a storage hut as well. There. Awesome. Let's actually crank it up to speed 8. Why not? Don't you dare hunt these mammoths yet. Alright, so we're already getting knowledge points. Look at that. We're already almost to our first one. We will go ahead and put down a second stick gathering area. Just because we'll need it. We have flint. Oh good, we can actually spend a skill point now. Or a knowledge point. That's for hunting. That'll give us other options for tools. Dogs will be helpful eventually. Tanning. We don't need just yet. Usually these are the last ones I unlock. I think I'm gonna go with the sling. It'll make hunting a little bit easier. You get skill points pretty quickly in the beginning, so I'm not super worried about it. We'll start creating those as well. Those require dry skin, I think, too, right? Yeah. I will need to collect all these rocks out of the places where we'll be farming eventually. It's nice that we have a copper deposit right there. Let's see, what other deposits do we have around? I like that it pauses when you go into this mode. It's very easy. We definitely have some iron, some copper. More copper, some tin. The thing is, you kind of progress through the Bronze Age so fast. But it's still nice to continue creating them. Yeah, okay, so this is not an awful start point. Not bad. This is one that I've never done before, so I kind of wish that you got to choose where you started on the map, but it is what it is, you know? We definitely need to get more houses in here so we can get more people, though. But that's the thing. The balance between how many people you have and how much food you have and how many tools you have gets really tough. So I would like to play more city builders on the channel, so if you guys do enjoy this, definitely let me know, because I have, like, Banished, I have Forest Village, which I've also had a hard time with, just because it can be a little bit difficult, that one. I'm thinking of eventually getting Anno 1800 or maybe Anno 1404 to start off with. So let me know if you all like city builders. I know that there's quite a range of games on this channel, but that's because I don't want to stick to just one. I would like to be able to just kind of like cycle through them, you know? Play what I feel like playing at any given time. I think for Banished, though, if I play that one, I'll probably stream it because I want to get to 1,000 villagers to get that achievement. I've not done that before, and that will take a while, so I would rather do long form stream for a couple hours at a time. I'm thinking maybe Tuesday afternoons. We'll see, though. Workload is way too high right now. That's fine. We'll get through it. We do want to check our limits here. So we want sticks to be a little bit higher than that. We want flint to be a little bit higher than that. Bones can definitely be higher than that. Dry skin we'll put higher than that as well. Fish we'll put higher than 10. We'll keep the tools where they are for now. We'll adjust a lot of these later. Right. Let's go ahead and unlock. Probably food drying is the next one. That'll help our food last a lot longer. So food is also interesting because you can create things like cheese and bread and flour and all that stuff. Vegetables tend to go, I know that there's fruits under vegetables, which is funny. Vegetables tend to go really fast, bread decays really fast, milk decays really fast, cheese decays really fast, but it's good to have a variety of them, and it's also good to have a lot of dried meat and fish stored up because that will last through the winter and keep your people going. Eventually, maybe I'll try and go for the achievement to get, I can't remember what it is, it's a population of like 200 something in just the Paleolithic, I think, or the Neolithic maybe. Let's go with bone tools. We'll start creating those as well. We can stop using sticks for that, because we'll need sticks for other things. We definitely need to keep creating skins outfits. Yeah, make tools for me, please. We need more dried skins. We need more sticks, too. Now, one of the things you have to pay attention, or a couple of the things you have to pay attention to here are the welfare. So the more supplies you have for people and the more of everything, their stats and everything, the more likely people will be to have babies and to move into your town. This is prestige here. As you build houses and as you build structures and whatnot, this will affect, when people move into the town and how frequently you get raided and when the traders come in and all that stuff. So that'll be important too. We're kind of powering through the knowledge points pretty quick here, but that's what happens when you have it in speed 8. I think actually, yeah, let's take it down to speed 4. Because on speed 8, I could play through this game in not very long. I think the end goal is just, to make it through here, and maybe once I get to this point, see what our population stands at and see what the goal will be from there. And it'll take a little while to get to that, so... See, the fruit has already decayed. We're not even a full year in. We're getting slings, which is good. We have plenty of meat right now. I do need to build drying racks, though. We're going to build probably 2 of those for now. Oops. Put 2 of them down. I think the hardest part of this game comes when you start getting animals, because then you have to grow grains to feed them, and then it just... everything, like the amount of stuff that you need escalates as the game goes on. It's harder and harder to balance the further in you go. Alright. I don't know, there's a part of me that's like, maybe I should put it on speed 8. We'll see. I'll probably go back and forth between the two quite often. Now we have capacity for 12 people, which means we can have 5 more. We're not going to get up to that anytime soon. We might build another house in a little bit, but for now I want to get kind of settled with the stuff that we need, So here are our milestones while they're going through all of that stuff. I don't know if it paused. It looks like it might have. No. So you get hunting and gathering. We got that already. We need to unlock the Mesolithic, unlock all Neolithic founder crops, build a stone circle, produce 20 units of steel, survive 2 years, get 20 people in the settlement, get 10 goats and 10 sheep. Taming the animals is kind of difficult too. Obtain 1 unit of bronze and get 150 people and build a cairn. All right, trader is here. I don't think I can... I definitely can't afford that. You have to pay attention to the commission because that affects the price. So see how it says value 100? His commission is 40. It gets easier to afford things later on in the game. We don't need logs yet. Dry skins we could use, but I don't think we can really afford them just yet. Yeah, we don't need them, so I'm just going to let him do his thing here. I do love this game. Good to build up on skins. That's good. Let's set up another hunting area just because. Now, if you want to see your work areas, if you go into this mode right here, I don't remember what this is called, primal mode or something like that. You can see the little flags that show you where everything is. So we don't have a hunting area set up over here just yet. So we're just going to set that up right there. The problem with that is if an animal wanders in, like this horse here, this horse could wander into the hunting area and then run and run and run and run all the way out of it. And the people will just continue to chase it down, even if that means their starvation or their hypothermia, essentially. Starting off, that's not really a problem because they won't go too far, but it's a little frustrating. I think next... I don't know if those are any better. I can't decide if I want to go for dogs, because dogs are nice. They help protecting you, and if they... this sounds really bad, but if they die, you don't lose workforce. So I think, yeah, dogs will probably be next. Don't really have to worry about that. We're low on sticks anyway, so... Now, you can balance your workforce a little bit if you go into your limits, because they'll generally try not to produce more of these things when you reach that, but it doesn't always work that well. As far as things I use to trade, I generally will, once we get to wool and linen, I generally will try and produce extra of these. And if I can balance my tools, I'll generally produce extra of those as well to sell. Oh, we have the points for this. Okay, yeah, let's get the dogs. You can see the population of them right here. And this will also tell you if there's any pregnant ladies and whatnot. Which there are none just yet. The growth is very slow at the beginning. Do we have the materials to build another hut? We don't. We're still missing sticks for that, so... I do one more stick gathering area. There, oh, there's some over here. Might as well. There'll be a resource we constantly need. If you click on the stockpiles here, you can actually select what gets stored in them. That'll be helpful for later on, I guess. You can also select here, so like I could choose not to allow materials to be stored here, which will save you some space as long as you build enough of these. These are super cheap. They don't store a whole lot, but what do you expect? We're in the Stone Age. Okay, we need 3 more sticks. And then once that gets built, we'll probably just slowly start building more huts. I think usually I like to do things kind of like linear. I like to build the huts in a way that like there's a row and a street and whatnot. I think I'm just going to kind of build however and see how it goes. You can always change it up later. And we really need more fish. I mean, we don't need it, but it would be nice. Could you not have just dropped that right there? That, really? Hey, 2 more people. One of them is an old man, and one of them is a tiny child. Not super helpful, but what can you do? I have a dog now, it sounds like. Yay! Oh, we have that one built now. Let's go ahead and build another shelter, I guess. The problem is that these require skins to, actually just start another little, like, fire area over here. These require skins to maintain, which will be a problem if you have too many of them. Oh, we're already out of flint in that one area. So let's look for another one. Oops. Work area, flint. There's a couple over here, I think, yeah. Is there another one we can get within this radius? Nope. That's fine. That'll do for now. We'll be making a mixture of bone and flint, and I believe they have the same stats, so we can balance out our flint usage. Can we make... We'll put a hearth, like, right there. So we'll need stone for that. I guess we could technically build a stone collection area. If we're gonna farm, we want to try and get as many of these out of the way as possible. I hate that when it storms, it slows the game down. So I think let's just set up a... You know what, we're not gonna need much stone for right now, so let's just set it up like right there. Sorry, the lightning's a little bit loud. We've got another hut going up. 200%. workload here. We're not doing bad, though. We've got enough of most of the tools. We've definitely got enough skins. That's going to be a very important one. We have more tools for fishing. We've got sticks. We've got a little bit of everything now, so it's just kind of like slowly building. Do these give prestige? I forget. No, they don't. I didn't think they would. Eventually, we'll be able to collect stuff like the rye over here. We're getting closer to being able to use dogs for hunting. Did I set up a hunting area over here too? I did, okay. So lots of plants to gather over here. Let's... this might be not a great idea, but we're gonna do it anyway. Let's look at how many plants there are to gather over here. Bitter vetch, peas. I don't generally like getting rid of the berry bushes because you can't grow berries. But eventually when we start farming over there, we'll have to. They're not necessary. I just like to give my people a balanced diet, you know? Yeah, for the time being, we'll just build little, like, clusters, I think. And then once we get the better houses, we'll probably start building them in a more linear fashion, but we'll see. Cool, I mean, yeah, everything seems pretty balanced at the moment. We now have cured meat and dry fish, which is good. We should have stone coming in to build this hearth soon. Nope. It's funny, because this part of the game, you, like, quickly burn through a couple of these, and then you get all of the, like, primary, like, gather stick. You gather 1 stick, and you get a point for it, or whatever. Gather 10 sticks, or whatever. You power through that pretty quick, and then you reach a point where it's, like, a little bit more slow going. Come on, we just need 2 stone. Bring them over. Yes, while we're working on that, we can build another hut. Because why not? Now, one thing, it's only really aesthetically necessary to separate them like this so that the carts and whatnot can come through, because a cart can easily come between these two. You'll see them walk right through the buildings, so it does not really matter all that much how you line them up, I guess, but... really nice that that's going to be right there for me. Oh, there's also a tin deposit I didn't see over there. Once you get to iron, though, you get these deep iron mines. Where are they? Deep mining, which gives you like 150 per deposit. For the time being, you're only going to get like 65 when you build a mine. Which is nice, because you're going to use a lot of iron. So after this, we should have capacity for like 18 people, which means we can nearly double our... well, we can double our population. Trader is here again. Do I need any of this stuff? I don't. I really don't. I don't want to trade if I don't have to. I think that'll be it for houses for now, because yeah, we can now double our population. Anybody pregnant? Nope. That could be a problem. Hopefully they'll have oh, now one's pregnant. Yay. We need more male children. So one thing to note when you're playing this game, whether it's the animals or the humans, male adults and male elderly people can both still produce children, but only adult women can produce children in this game. So you have to make sure that you keep a balance of those things. Luckily with the farming, they'll only kill the animals that that keep that balance, but it can be tough to maintain sometimes. Fishing or hunting? No knack. No knock. I don't know. Have a stone. Somebody put it in this hearth over here, please, and thank you. Yeah, see, now we have plenty of meat, so I don't need to set up any more hunting areas for the moment. We've got a decent amount of skins, too, so we don't want to add too much more to that. All right, so I think that's a good start. We're going to go ahead and call it there. So thank you guys so much for joining, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.